what's up? It's Joe Rady from Rady's Rise. We're back here at Crown Eurocars in St. Petersburg, Florida. And guess what? We have that one crossover SUV with a punch. It's this vehicle right here. This is a 2024 AMG GLC 43. But before we get into this power pack punch of a crossover SUV, let's talk about what's going on here. So it seems that when it comes to SUVs, manufacturers are really having to triple down, not just double down, but triple down on bringing luxury trims, sporty trims, and trims that actually have performance like this AMG. I remember back when I was in high school, the OG of performance SUVs was the GMC Typhoon. That was that GMC Jimmy, that's what they named their SUV. That was the Cyclone version, which the Cyclone was the truck, the pickup truck. The Typhoon was the SUV. Turbocharged power, all-wheel drive in an SUV, a two-door SUV, which was really killer. Fast forward to the modern era, it seems everybody and their mother has a performance version of an SUV. So what I want to find out is this GLC 43, this AMG GLC 43, is this the best new performance, that sort of compact to mid-size crossover SUV performance vehicle that you should be buying? Let's go dive into ours and find out. Right off the bat, you'll notice a redesign in the style, and that was something that actually took place for the 2023 model year, obviously continuing into this 2024. Up front, you're gonna have that new style of all LED lighting from Mercedes, LED daytime running lamps, turn signals, and headlights. Working our way down, we got functional corner air curtains. I still despise these little kind of decorative things that they put to make it look like a vent. So I'm just gonna half zonk it because you really gotta be down and low to notice really what it is. With this being a totally blacked out GLC 43, to me, this is good because it blends all the gloss black. So all of this is gloss black, but it looks all body color, which is nice. Now, as we come across that AMG setup grille, you got, of course, your AMG badge. So this is a real deal AMG vehicle. You got the vertical slots, of course, that Mercedes Benz logo, and you also have a forward-facing camera, which is nice. Now, working your way down, massive lower grille opening. You can actually see all of the intercooler lurking behind. And I like the way they kind of gave it a little bit of a indentation, this triple indentation across the nose, just to give it some extra style. But let me know what you think about the front of this AMG GLC 43. Now, as we rise up, I love the bulge that you have in the hood. You got your AMG badge. Like the way they changed that up recently. And then as we come around the bend, what do we work with? Wheel and tires. So what you're gonna find is this new style wheel. It's a V-spoke design, but then it has the slots, the roulette wheel slots all the way around. It's a forged aluminum wheel, AMG of course, 21 inches in diameter, 265 on the width. So you got a lot of meat up front. 40 series sidewall. Of course, we have the adaptive suspension, all four corners, which has been tuned by AMG. And then I like the way everything is body colored. But let me know what you think about the wheel style with our black on black, murdered out AMG. Are you liking it? It's definitely unique. It's just gonna be a bear to clean, but you know what? If you love her, you'll put the time in to clean her. Oh, almost forgot. Steven got me off my game. We have the nice large Brembo calipers with the AMG badging there. I like the metallic silver. Pops nicely from behind the wheel. But that's going to give us that braking and handling capability. Now, as we go down the side, you'll notice that we have a turbo badge and electrified, because this does have an electrified component to it to give it the power that it has underneath the hood. You got power folding side mirrors with the LED turn signals, 360-degree cameras. I'm gonna have to zonk those aluminum-esque running boards. Why is there a running board on a vehicle this size? It does not make sense to me. But you'll also notice that you have Nice roof rails, you can get crossbars, and there is a panoramic sunroof up top as well, which is really nice. But these, like I said, these are the things that people want to see on their luxury performance SUVs. Now, as we come towards the rear, let's talk about the rear wheels and tires. So you'll notice out back, you actually have more rubber, 295 on the width of the rear, because this is rear wheel drive base, and obviously power goes to the front. And we have those Steven's favorite tire, Continental Sport Contact 7 tires. That's a track focused tire on this SUV. Now, as we come around the back, you'll notice how they have to flare out that rear fender because there's more meat on the rear wheels. And then out back, you actually get this added kick up that is functional on that roof spoiler. I like the blacked out badging, the Mercedes badge. You got your AMG all black, that black chrome finish GLC 43. And then they really finished this off on a high note. Get ready for this. Quad tip exhaust, nice oval opening, black tip with our rear diffuser. This is one of those vehicles that you think, oh, it's just a grocery getter, but it's got the credentials to be pretty potent on a twisty road. But why don't we go ahead, let's pop the hood and see what's powering this GLC 43. All right, guys, we got the hood popped. You do have hood struts. Now, the big talk of the town is the V6 is gone from the GLC, especially the AMG version. What do we have in its place? You'll notice that it's a real AMG engine because it has been hand assembled by one tech over in Germany. I do love that beefy strut tower brace. It's like they took a part of the Brooklyn Bridge and actually beefed up the front end of this vehicle. You can see the large turbocharger, single turbocharger. But what do we have? Underneath this cover is an inline 4 turbocharged engine. It's 2 liters in displacement, but it's paired with a 48 volt electric motor system. So what does that give you? It gives you 416 horsepower, 379 pound-feet of torque. Now that's more horsepower than the V6 from last year, but it is less torque. 0 to 60 though, with that 9-speed automatic transmission and 4MATIC all-wheel drive, is going to give you 0 to 60 in about 4.4 seconds, a top speed of 155 miles an hour. This compact crossover performance SUV weighs around 4,700 pounds, MPGs 19 in the city and 25 on the highway. So interesting to see the changes that Mercedes and AMG are bringing. But why don't we go ahead, let's fire up this 4-banger and hear what it sounds like. All right, guys, we are inside this 2024 AMG GLC 43. I know what you're saying to yourself, Joe, I need a crossover SUV. I want a crossover SUV. I want it to have some oomph. I want it to have all-wheel drive. I'm digging this particular AMG. How much is it? Very good question. MSRP, the way that this one is spec'd, is right at around a tick. And when I say a tick, we're talking about a couple bucks under $78,000. Let's see what you get for the money. To the door panels. I love the clean style. You got the red AMG stitching. Up top, you do have a lot of gloss black, but you really shouldn't be touching it too much, except to adjust the heated and ventilated seats. You do have 3-way memory seat settings and the premium sound system with that sexy aluminum speaker grille cover. I love the way they put the aluminum around the switchgear for your window, and then more red stitching on the armrest. Door pocket is large enough for 4 Bavarian cream or Boston cream, whatever you prefer, donuts, and a large choco latte from Starbucks. Now, going from the door panel to the dash, this faux carbon fiber is looking pretty good. If it is real carbon fiber, let me know in the comment section. There's just something about it that does not look real to me, but maybe it is. Maybe it's just my eyes going. Red stitching, which is wonderful throughout the whole dash, even up top by the windshield. And then you'll notice we have our aeronautical style triple AC vents, 11.9 inch. It may not look like it to some, but this is an 11.9 inch infotainment system. It is that portrait style, and everything is done through the screen Obviously your dual climate control, you got off-road mode, we got AMG performance mode. This is where it shows off the vehicle, the suspension. You could go into your engine dynamics where it shows all the information as you're driving for you and your passenger. Start stop button, and one of the things I've always liked about Mercedes is how they have the automatic start stop button to kill it just right there. Let me throw it into reverse. Backup camera, great resolution, just a little too small for me. I would like that to have a little bit more room, but you can adjust it any which way. Look at that, that's pretty cool. That's cool technology. And then the camera out the front. Now working our way down, we do have a lot of gloss black. To me, that's a zonk. There's nice ambient lighting, 64 colors, but I think most people are gonna drive with that open. It's gonna give you a USB-C, wireless charging, a place for 4 Twinkies and 2 cup holders. Love the aluminum, the leather. Open the doors, what do you have? This little tiny tray, which I can't get out. There we go. This is where you're gonna keep your marble collection, or maybe your polished stones. I've always wanted a stone tumbler when I was a kid. I wanted to polish my own stones, make like keychains and buttons and cool things. USB-Cs, now today kids just want to be on their damn phone doing TikTok and crap. Not me. Got felt lining in there for your Rolex watch. And then of course we got the leather, the AMG badge, love the bolstering, the Alcantara, power adjustments for the passenger and for the driver, and we have a panoramic sunroof. So that's a nice touch. But why don't you go over here to the business end, I want to show you behind the wheel of this AMG. All right guys, business time behind the wheel. We got 3 memory seat settings, the AMG badge, aluminum with the LED lighting, and we have a nice aluminum gas and brake pedal, just no aluminum dead pedal, which I'm gonna have to zonk. Obviously, I'm 6 feet tall, lots of room in here. Steering wheel, right out of a Formula One race car. The leather, you got the buttons to make all of your adjustments. You could do it on the screen. I like to just twist the adjustment knob. AMG badging, metal pedals to go up and down, that 9-speed automatic. It is an electric tilting and telescoping wheel. Here is your column shifter for the 9-speed. And then of course we have that 12.3-inch digital gauge cluster. Get rid of this warning sign here. It's driving me nuts. Okay, there we go. Very nicely done. The only zonk is the big hole in the top of the dash for the head-up display. That's stupid. But why don't we go ahead, let's get back into the backseat area and see how your passengers are gonna like this AMG. All right guys, backseat time, and one thing's for certain, with that flat roof, there's a lot of room back here, and I like the way the panoramic sunroof goes all the way past the top of my head. You got the leather, nice pockets, you could put a couple magazines in there, maybe some old Super Street, maybe some Popular Mechanics. Days are gone where magazines were cool. I still have my subscriptions because I like something tangible in my hands, something that you could touch. Back of the command center, it's a little weak. You do have AC vents. You got a place for some Jolly Ranchers, and that's it. No USB-Cs, no 12 volts, not even a freaking 2 German cans of soup and a piece of string. But the good news is you got your speakers with the aluminum speaker grill cover, the aluminum on the switchgear for your side windows. And then we pull this down. It's a decent armrest. But I do like the way they did the seats with the red stitching, the Alcantara, just like up front. But we got cargo area. Let's get into it and see what we could haul in this AMG. All right, guys, time to get in the cargo area. Hit the button, nice electric assist. Brings it up. You're going to be greeted to over 21 cubic feet of space. I love the way they got the cargo net here. This is where you're going to lock in your box of track day Twinkies. Here's the switch gear to fold down the rear seats. Because you fold down the rear seats, that's going to give you 59 cubic feet of space. Let's see what we have underneath. No spare, but my God, you could easily put, I would say, 22 bags of cheese puffs back here. Cheese puffs, Doritos, and some Lay's. And boy, oh boy, does that sound like a dream to just hang out at the back of your AMG and just pig out. But I'm not here to pig out. What I am here to do is get heavy on throttle. So if you're ready, I'm ready. Let's take this AMG GLC 43 for a little spin. All right, guys, we're inside this 2024 AMG GLC 43. And right away, I really love the appointments on the interior. Steering wheel feels fantastic. I love rubbing my hands all over this thing because it feels that good. And even though it's raining a little bit and the roads are a little damp, we're gonna be A-okay because we have the 4MATIC all-wheel drive system. And if you're ready, I'm ready. On throttle, here we go. Nice. Look at this. Smooth shift from that 9-speed automatic. And what's great about it is that you could shift with the paddles to really get that quicker response. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go into my AMG screen. We're gonna go into vehicle, and then what's nice is I can make my adjustments and then put us into manual shifting by selecting the gears. So I'm gonna go ahead and make a U-turn here since it's pouring in that direction. Let me get my wipers on. All right, here we go. From a dead stop, I'm gonna use the paddles. On throttle, here we go. Nice. Love the pop out of the exhaust. On the brakes. Smooth downshifts. Steering is very, very quick and precise. Very, very quick. And what's great about the transmission is that it does not upset the chassis one bit while you're going up or down the gears. One thing I also want to point out is if you're ever driving on a racetrack or a twisty road and things are damp, stay away from the painted stuff because that's going to be the most slippery. And on a racetrack, there's actually a dry line and there's a wet line to use. So make sure you're aware of that if you're doing your track day and things get a little soggy. I love the pop out of the exhaust. What I don't love is the piped in sound. That pumped in sound through the speakers, I don't know, it's like, it just sounds a little too fake. Just sounds a little too fake. But what's great is that this all-wheel drive system keeps me very planted. You ready? On throttle, here we go. Look at the grip. Look at that. Nice. Really, really nicely done. I mean, this shows the work that AMG does to their vehicles, from their Formula One racing, German touring cars, Le Mans, and everything in between. One more time. On throttle, here we go. Like I said, even in the pouring rain, feels fantastic. Very, very planted. And then, of course, getting to the infotainment system is well within reach. I'm not usually a big fan of portrait style, but it seems to work pretty well in the different Mercedes Benz products, especially this GLC. The big gaping hole for the head-up display just looks fugly. I mean, it just looks terrible. It's a big hole in the dash. But at least, you know, you got a head-up display. That's the good news, is that you have that clear information right in front of you. But all the fit and finish in here is on point, and all of the materials. I mean, it feels really, really good in here. The gloss black has got to go. I wish they would have used more of the faux carbon fiber stuff on the center here. And let me know if this is real carbon fiber, because I'm curious if somebody owns one of these. But we're gonna go ahead and get back to Crown Eurocars and wrap this one up. So I will see you in a split second. All right, guys, been another crazy day, dodging the raindrops, dodging the lightning from Zeus and everything else, but we made it happen. All thanks to Michael and the rest of the crew here at Crown Eurocars. Let me know what you think. Is this the best new performance luxury SUV, this GLC 43 from AMG? Let me know what you think about in the comment section, but if you're new to the channel, you're on your way out, hit that subscribe button. I promise you it's worthwhile. I'll come back for more. If you are a subscriber, then you're being part of the Raise Rights family. Give it up to Stephen Flood Photography. working the camera like a champ. And just like always, guys, I'll see you on the next ride.